Yeah, hello and welcome to Remay. Yeah, it has been a while. But I was just too busy, and I'm sorry. Yeah, and I kind of forget about it, but hey, at least better late than never. So yeah, when I was talking about the worse to hell. Well, yeah, guess what? The seventh day is here. It's gonna be one hell of a movie. This is as close to the suffering. And we finally reached that. The Little Mermaid remake. Actually, remake. Yeah. Who the fuck decided that making this film would be a good idea? First of all, starting off with Halle Bailey. Halle Bailey. Like Bailey. She's a great actress and she has a great voice, but she was just not the choice for Ariel. Real. She would have been a great Disney princess as someone else. Like, let's say, Tiana. Nah. Or better yet, a new Disney princess. Yeah. Why not create a new one instead of trying to blackwash somebody else? A pre-established character. And speaking of taking pre-established character and changing them, let's go to the Ursula. To Ursula. First of all, what the fuck is it with the poor unfortunate souls and Kiss the Girl when they had to change the freaking lyrics? The influence. But the whole point of Ursula is that she's supposed to be a bad influence. She's a freaking villain. Are they gonna like that? They want their villains to be good role models so that the little girls can become villains in the future? Because if that's your point, don't blame. There's no one to blame but yourself when there's another school shooting or violent crime or thing. Because you started it by trying to make Ursula. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I never got why it was always Ariel who was pressured and controversial, so they had to change the lyrics to Kiss the Girl as well. Alright, here's the thing. And it was Ariel who wanted to kiss that kiss in the first place because she knows she has to get it in order to become human. It's Eric who doesn't really want to kiss her. It's Eric who is the one who is pressured in her to kissing her, not the other way around. But which she literally even know about the... What? Am I in crazy zone right now? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ! Are they just trying to make that subplot so she lost her memory so that... Bird or something? Something, yeah! More misandry! AKA man hate. To misogyny. Women hate. Yeah. And also, because this movie is also based on a novelization. The book that came like before. Or every little detail. Scarlett is a female in the book, so she's female in this movie. And yeah. Yeah. So, with that in mind, how do you think Eric starts out in this one? He was always so likable in the original from the very first moment we see him. I mean, we see him. He starts off less unlikable in this new version. And so, and I'm not even gonna begin with the ending. Okay, say Under the Sea and a color palette, but we'll get to that in a minute. Before that, let's talk about the ending, shall we? Where Eric is trapped in a whirlpool. So it's Ariel who has to save him. With this propaganda bullshit that bitches fail to realize is that it was the original who struck the balance between those two things. Being saved by man and not being saved by man. They saved each other. Because Ariel also saved herself from the shark attack. A shark attack at the beginning. Rex. By jump there to, her and shooting Ursula in the arm with a harpoon and yeah. And also finishes Ursula off. And there's a reason why he does that. Because Ariel needs to be a damsel in distress, but because of him killing Ursula and saving Ariel, the Triton realizes that, okay, maybe humans aren't so bad after all. Well, I mean, he did save my daughter after all. But with Ariel doing that same thing in the remake and Eric being the damsel in distress, you can no longer use that same line. Because now, it's Ariel who saves the day. Oh, and speaking of Triton, the weird thing about this, like how Eric is white, but Ariel is black. Also, Eric's mother is black. Or actually adopted mother, but still. And for some incomprehensible reason, Triton is white, while his daughter is black. You can't be serious. You speak of diversity, yet you have You have the complete opposite. You want diversity? Fine, make King Triton black. It's in black, and no matter what Disney says, I really think that I am 100% certain that that he has other wives. He's got many other wives from many other marriages. So the half sisters, not biological sisters. Yeah. And then we get to talk about the color palette. Remember how colorful and bright and upbeat the original was? Yeah, it was so colorful. Colorful, whether it's in the human or in the world or under the sea world. Whether it's above or under the surface. But in this one, no. They've got to pick the totally bland color palette that looks like there's no color whatsoever. And even if there is color, it's only there to remind you how freaking bland and interesting and depressing the rest of the movie is. Not even kidding. I would understand if they would have like the got where Ariel lives and the sea as dark and colorless, so they could the human world, because that's where Ariel wants to be. Like, she wants away from the dark and colorless world to bright and colorful world. But that's not the case, because the human world is just as colorless and unappealing as a surface world, as the world under the surface. It's almost incredible. How can you take the coral reef, one of the most colorful places on planet, and turn it into a freaking mess? Interesting, uninteresting. That just simply not compute. And probably one of the reasons that is why is because of Rob Marshall, who never puts any light whatsoever or color into his movies. So yeah. And also, it's beyond me why they turned Scuttle into a female character. And she's not even a seagull in this film. It's beyond me. But yeah, that's the closest we get to hell. Hell, once you go through the ocean floor, you'll get to the hell. So that was The Little Mermaid review. Stay as far away from it as you just can. Visit real coral reefs that Disney is and realize that Disney is shitting on you. Coral reef is not colorless or bland. It's the explosion of color and light. Go see it if you don't believe me. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do this May on the next May. starting from now on, every day, every May, every day. Yeah. So stay tuned for the next May month, for the next year, folks. See you.